Colleagues, thank you for your interest with OpenShift Virtualization and your future attendance with one of our upcoming workshops from our NA Red Hat Partner Account team. Today we have with us Arseny, Principal Solutions Architect, and Sam, Solutions Architect, who we work with quite often. We meet with them, I guess, every other week. So definitely here to help, your Red Hat needs. They will be presenting and facilitating the upcoming workshops. Arseny, over to you.
Thank you, Drew, for introduction. Welcome, participants. Today we have a hands-on experience to learn days of basic skills you would need to operate OpenShift virtualization platform. As the name implies, this platform will allow you to run virtual machines on top of the OpenShift container platform. Before I move on into how to access your lab environment, I would like to do a brief overview of what you're going to see today in the workshop. First, we're going to look at the high-level overview of OpenShift, and also you would familiarize yourself with the ways to manage OpenShift and OpenShift virtualization through CLI and the user interface. Then we're going to see the overview of OpenShift virtualization component of the product, including the dashboard, monitoring, and logging. Then we'll also see the network overview, how the networks are being handled inside the platform. Then we'll do a lab of importing virtual machines from the vCenter. So we'll connect to the vCenter, and we have a migration toolkit that will help you easily migrate the workloads from VMware into the OpenShift. And then we go through the basic virtual machine management, like starting, stopping virtual machines, doing clones, and some additional labs you would see also in there. So please, please read the instructions carefully. Sometimes you would see discrepancies between the screenshots and what you would see in the lab guide. But if you read the instructions, there's usually an explanation why there is a difference between the screenshot and the instruction and what you see in the console. So without further ado, let me share the access information. So the workshop will start at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on November 4th and following weeks as well. Please keep in mind, so we are going through the time change, so 10 a.m. would be Eastern Daylight Saving Time later on the November 11th. Then the workshop access URL is the link as this goes below. You might have a different URL provided to you before the workshop, but this is the URL that would need to access. So the two things you would need to remember is this URL and the password, which is hands-on 2024 ! If you need any further assistance, here's our emails. This is Sam's email as Rostam@Red Hat, and Arseny is arseny@redhat.com. Please feel free to reach us if you need any additional help or after-hour support after the lab. So to get started, I would need to go to this URL. So I'll copy it and open in a new tab. And this will present me with the initiation environment for the lab. Each participant will be assigned their own environment, and it would reflect in the different access URLs once you submit this form. So for this access here, you don't. We ask you for your email. It could be any random email that we don't collect it or email it to you. So no collection for marketing purposes. You can put any fake email if you prefer. The reason is you just need to remember it because this email would link you to your lab environment. So for this, I'll put arseny@redhat.com. And the password that I get from here is hands-on 2024. The password is the same for every participant. Then I click access the workshop. Once I do that, please save this URL. This will be your lab environment and lab instructions. This is the same URL, and you can see already that in the name I've been assigned the user 3 by the system, so that would be my user. If I click on this link, I'll get presentation of the lab instructions. So this is what I would follow to do my workshop. The first lab is an introduction, so it will guide you briefly of what OpenShift is and credentials to access the console. You can choose to either use the console or CLI if you prefer. So if I click here, this will take me straight to the OpenShift console. And this is the username and password I would need to access the console. So I'll copy the password for now. And I will be user 3. Please make sure you log in as a correct user, and I'll put the password in. So this will take me to the Red Hat console. I'll skip the tour. So once you have access to this and you have a showroom with instructions, you're all ready to go and start your workshop. So yes, again, please read the instructions carefully. If there is any discrepancies between the screenshot and what you see in the console, usually there is an explanation at the bottom of the image why you wouldn't see it. Sometimes it's something to do with the permissions that in the lab environment are omitted. You wouldn't be able to see it. If you have any questions, this is our emails. They'll be shared with you. Please feel free to reach out, and good luck. Thank you for your time.